You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. 1 month of advertising starts at $200. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today. You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers.
Guys, I don't know what happened. We had Pamela's intro in there, and then it wasn't there. So good morning, and this is what happens when you're live. Good morning, Pamela.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. I guess we'll make up our own intro.
Yeah, we'll just do it later. I'll put it in later with the ones that we put out later. But there's a cute little intro with your name and everything on it. Thanks for weathering the storm to get here to talk about your book, Just Me. Let's put that up there for everybody. I love the premise of this book. So that's why I wanted to have you on here, because this is so important, especially as like going back to school and finding yourself. Can you tell everybody what this book is about?
Yes. So this book was based on a poem that my daughter wrote when she was 7. And she called it Just Me. And it was all about loving herself. I mean, it's just a little 3-line poem, but it's about loving herself and being confident and just being okay with who she is. And so I took that little tiny poem and I made this book about her. It's all about my daughter and the things that make her such an incredible kid and incredible human. And really the book, what I hope that kids get from it is the understanding that it's okay to be who you are. You don't have to be what somebody else wants you to be. Just be yourself, and that's okay. You are just really cool the way you are, you know. Like it's taken me a long time to figure that out, you know. And the fact that my 7-year-old was feeling like she was so confident, I said we've got to do something with this. We got to get this message out there to other kids. So
she was the inspiration for this, which I love. How does she feel? Is that her on the cover? How does she feel about that?
She loves it. She's so proud. You know, she is really into basketball, and, you know, we always talk about autographs and such. And, you know, she's like, oh, I'm going to be famous one day, like, you know, all my basketball, idols. So she loves it. She's super excited about it. It was definitely a work that we've contributed to together, which is also a really cool thing when you're a mom, to be able to do that with your daughter and to celebrate who she is. Right. And I want her to look back when she's older and say, wow, my mom thought I was a pretty cool kid, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I just thought of, have you done like book signings with her or anything? Has she been able to like sign her name on these?
She signed a couple. You know, there's an interesting thing that happens in elementary school now where we don't do cursive the way we used to. So she's always like, Mom, I don't know how to do a signature. I'm like, oh, okay. We'll work on that. But, you know, she's printed her name in a few for some teachers and things that wanted it. But I really would like her to sign more, because I think that later in life, it's gonna mean a lot to her.
Wait, so we need to learn algebra and contractions or whatever those are, and when we have calculators, but we're not learning how to sign our names.
We do a little bit of cursive and then we move on.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's an interesting, I don't understand, but that's okay.
That's okay.
You know?
That's not why we're here today.
I don't set the curriculum.
It's so
fine.
True. What was it like to write this book? I know you have a creative writing background, but this is your first book, right? Mm-hmm. So what was that like, figuring that out, how to do that? What was that like?
Yeah, I've always written a lot in the background, but never shared it with people. And that's the scariest part, I think, when you are finally like, okay, I'm going to share this with somebody. I'm so lucky that the publisher, Warren Publishing, they gave me the best editor, and I gave them what I thought was a really good draft. And we worked together for a couple weeks to really make it a lot more robust, which I was so grateful for that. Sometimes when you self-publish, you don't have that opinion and that second set of eyes on it. And so it really challenged me to look deeper, to get into the text a little bit more and dig out some of those things that I really love about her. So I feel like it made me connect with her a little bit more than I even did with the first draft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was definitely a eye-opening process, and it was so scary to have it out there in the world, but the response has been incredible. So
what did you learn from writing the book? And are you going did it deter you from writing another one, or are you planning on another one?
Oh no, I've got so many ideas. No, it really was such a rewarding process to kind of just see your words come to life, especially when you've been kind of like playing around with that in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, professionally, I'm not a creative writer. I went to school for English and wanted to do that, but to be able to see those words come to life, it's like, yeah, no, we got more. And my son, so now he's like, when's my book coming out, Mama? When's my book coming out? So I did write one about him that I hope to be able to send in pretty soon. But
as soon as he approves it, I assume.
Yeah, yes. He was there with me along the way. I mean, that's the cool thing about getting to do this with my kids, is they get to contribute and feel like they're part of it. And so his book is very much about him and his interests and what he likes to do, which is play soccer. So
is this book, do you think, just for girls?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. No, and the thing that I love about it is that my daughter, I tell her this all the time. I said, I had a dream that you would be this girl in a, the pink dress, and I'd put bows in your hair. And that is not at all what I got. And that actually, you're actually a lot cooler than I thought you were going to be in my head, because you're the girl that loves to get dirty and play basketball. And she went through a ATV phase where she's riding through the woods and mud, and just that makes you such a cool person.
Yeah.
And when a boy picks this book up, I want them to also understand that if you're not the boy who likes to go out and get dirty, and you're not the boy who likes basketball, maybe you're the boy who likes to dance, right? That's okay. Just be yourself. You don't have to be the boy, the masculine dude that everybody, that, stereotypically everybody feels that you have to be. It's okay.
That gives me goosebumps. Because that's so important. As the kid who grew up not liking some of those things that boys are supposed to like, there was nothing to read about it to make it okay for me to like what I liked. So this is great. What age is this for?
Yeah, so this book is great. Anywhere from 0 to, I'd say, age 8. Okay. It's great for early readers. It's very simple text, not a lot of text. It's, maybe a few lines per page. So, great for like somebody who's having a baby shower, or an early reader, kindergarten, that sort of thing.
It looks like, I want to talk about the illustrations too. I don't know if you can see that well here. Because it looks like it could be like an animated series on, like, Nickelodeon or Disney. How was that? Did you get to work closely with the illustrator, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I had an idea in my head for the aesthetic. And so when I was working with the publisher, I said, I'm looking for color. I want it to be vibrant and fun. I want the characters to look like us. I still want to be tied to it. And they gave me some choices. Hey, here's some illustrators that you can choose from. I chose the one with the style I felt that fit what I was going for. And then from there, she provided me with sketches, and I got to say, "Ooh, no, I don't like that," or "I want this one to look this way," or "I want her to wear a baseball cap instead of this type of cap." So it was a really cool process, because I can't draw at all. So mine would have been like stick people, So it was just a cool process to see it go from sketches to color, and then finally in the printed book. Beautiful. The pictures are beautiful.
Yeah. What are you hearing from people as they're reading this book, from parents and probably from the kids themselves?
Yeah, I mean, it's the message. I think it opens the door to some conversations, and I hope it does. I mean, that is my ultimate goal, is that you read this book with your kid and you have a conversation. Hey, here's what makes you unique. What do you love about yourself? And that's what I've been hearing from parents. I've heard from a lot of teachers who are sharing this with their classes and having some discussions with class about, hey, what do you love about yourself? Let's talk about the things that make us different from other friends in class, and how we can love each other just for who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can people get the book?
Yeah, it's available on warrenpublishing.net. It's available on amazon.com. barnesandnoble.com has it as well. And I believe bookstore.com also has it available. And then I will be in Waxhaw in a couple weeks. I will have them with me, and I'll be signing copies at the Autumn Treasures Festival. I believe that's like the 12th and 13th.
It is the 12th and 13th. Do you want to talk about that, what Autumn Treasures is and why people should be going to that? And you'll have books there.
Yeah. So.
I hear there's a really good MC for that event that's going to be announced soon. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Autumn Treasures is great. It's a huge festival with arts and crafts and local vendors. And so I will be in the children's area, which is new this year. It's going to be in the brand new, beautiful park they built in downtown Waxhaw. All the children's vendors will be down there. There's going to be rides and snacks and all sorts of goodies. And so, like I said, I'll have books. I'll be selling them. I will be signing them. I can answer kids' questions. I do keep like a little craft at my table that the kids can do. Some bookmarks, all sorts of giveaways and that sort of thing. So I'm super excited to be there, especially down in that new park. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. It's Autumn Treasures, October 12th and 13th in Waxhaw, North Carolina. How can people best connect with you?
Yeah. So follow me on Facebook, Pamela Downs Author. I'm also on Instagram at pdowns author. And on either one of those, there's a link to my website as well.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to people who have never written before? I think it's very interesting. I'm a person who I've always wanted to write a book, and I've started to write a book, and then I'm like, too much work. But I like to write for myself. And I think either one is so important, right?
Yeah.
To get thoughts, ideas, express yourself. What would you say to people who are kind of on the fence about whether they should write a book?
Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. I mean, it is scary. It's scary to put yourself out there. But like, I want to tell the kids, right? I want the message of this book. Just do it. Just be okay with who you are. Like I said, it's been 40 years of trying to learn that lesson myself, right? And I finally have put myself out there, my book out there, who I am out there. Just do it. Just do it. And find a trusted friend too, who can take a look, give you feedback. My family's been great. I got some great friends who have been there along the way, and I've shared things with them. It's worth it. It's worth every minute.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so proud that this book is out there because it's so needed. It's called Just Me. I hope you come back when your son's book comes out.
Absolutely.
And bring him too so he can be even more proud of it. Just Me is the book. Pamela Downs is the author. How does that feel?
I know. It's crazy. It's insane.
Go get the book and then go to Autumn Treasures in October in Waxhaw. That's our show for today. Pamela, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you so much. On Monday show, yes, but we had actually a special edition show tomorrow as part of the Paduti Live Podcast Fest. You can get your free tickets at paduti.com, and my guest is James Quinn. So you'll see me tomorrow as well, all right? Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.